Well, I brought my truck yesterday from the parking lot to the hotel here because I want to leave Monday, right? First thing. Now I have my car and my truck here, which means that today I'll have to drive the car back, because today's Sunday. Drive the car back and then walk, what is it, 2.5 kilometers? And I started the engine in the morning, like 7:30, and it was difficult to start because it was cold overnight. And I wanted to fill up oil, but because oil was sitting inside the truck, it was all cold. It didn't want to pour. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, beautiful. Temperature. See, that's what I was trying to see. It's almost in my battery is always at the very edge, even over the green area, which is not good. That's why I wanted to check my electric system. And my brakes were like there was no air in the brakes, like because it was cold. All the air was like in the, you know, all the gauges were in the red. So it's a good idea to you know, run it at least like for half an hour when you keep it outside. -7. No, that's BS, because I know it was like -12 when I started it. So now we can shut it off. Cruise control off. And of course you need 2 keys in cold weather, right? So now I got this from Walmart. Hook it up to my, you know, pants. And I got 2 keys, but in my case I have 2 separate keys. And if you remember, what happened recently is I left this the door key inside, and I took this one and I locked the door, and then I had to pry open the window. So, oh, by the way, here's that piece the guy took off. See, the new one is $200. Like, nothing wrong with this one, right? Like, the holes are all correct shape. See, the problem was with the bolts. Now I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, now I still have to install these. You can see this is my brand new windshield, and I removed all the goodies. The only thing is I attached back that customs transponder. You gotta have that, otherwise you have to pay each time you cross the border. And I think we pay, I forgot, $120 a year or something. Yeah, now I just have to install these, and I bought these things. They're not as heavy duty as what I had here, so now I have to pry these open, and use these ones that I got from Walmart. Anyway, let's see if we can pour that oil now. Oh, and one thing I found a big difference right away after this repair is that it became real easy to open the hood, because now I have two springs, right? Before it was almost impossible to do it just by yourself. I had to climb here on the tire and grab that piece over there and just jump like a monkey 5 or 6 times. It was really difficult. Now check this out. One hand, and I didn't even have breakfast. Unbelievable. You see, that's the bracket, by the way. That's the bracket that we replaced. This one. And I don't know why this one is already all kind of bent. Maybe you had to do this way, I don't know. Had to be this way, sorry. And this is the brand new spring. $100, $75 for this. Alright. What is this? Huh. That's not good. Is it mine? Well, the snow is, well, that I was adding oil in there. That's it. But this one, I don't know. And I got a leak over there. See, that's why it's good to check. And that's why I have this one I have to fix here on the right side, passenger side. There's a slight leak, and they said I have to replace the gasket. And of course, to do that, to replace a $40 gasket, they have to take apart the engine, and that's like 6 hours, you know. Oh, and this thing, if you're a new driver and you have something like this in your truck, like especially for my cat, this is a weak spot, and it's supposed to be technically a water separator, but I rarely find any water there. But what happens is that I always find air, and then we're gonna add some Lucas to keep that engine alive. That, I mean this engine probably. I think they mean this engine. And yeah, it wouldn't even pour. It was so cold. If I leave a bottle of water, hold on, how do I do this? I think I gotta grab it with a different hand. Yeah, I think I need an assistant for this kind of work. Now we grab it like this, and we put it in there. Let's see if it's gonna pour. Oh, beautiful. See, now it's moving. Before, when I tilted it, nothing was pouring out of that bottle. It just took forever to fill up that oil reservoir. But now I think I know where this red thing came from. That's my coolant, because I remember they gave me a red one this time. And you see when it heats up, it goes, it's like basically too much coolant, so this is just extra. And it's probably just went like this, you know, somewhere in here. So that's normal. Well, you see, this is one spot. That's what the hood sits on, right? There's another one on the other side. I just wanted to show you guys. And this is where we removed. See over there? There's silicone on top of those holes. And by the way, that's the color. That's the original color of my truck. You see, dark blue. Yeah, so there were holes and there were cracks in there. And that's why those bolts did not want to stay in place. And this is another look at my factory color. See, they only painted the outside. Didn't even bother with the fenders. Very cheap job. See? Oh, very dark green, emerald. I kind of like it. Alright, so what are the plans for today? So the truck is okay. The plans for today, I'll go on a photo shoot. I just charged my battery in my Nikon. I attached the big lens. I really need to replace this. You see this? Not good. And you cannot just replace this mesh. You have to replace this thing. And I found it online for about 200 something bucks. And I'd love to replace this. This looks really old. Maybe I'll go to one of those used parts stores. And like I mentioned before, I drove well, just, I don't know, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. Didn't see any problems with the hood. It is moving on the top, but it doesn't make any more noise. You know, check out how much snow is here. Right, so this is Cambridge, Ontario, and I know I just watched the news program from Buffalo, New York. They were expecting up to 4 inches of snow. Oh, this is another thing I need to fix. This is another weak point on internationals, because there's no key here, right? Like all modern trucks, they have a key. We just lock it somewhere on the side. This one, on this driver's side one, I have to use bungee cords because it wouldn't lock. Anyway, let's go have some fun. Well, I thought I would be doing some photo shooting, but I took a couple of shots and you know that, and it's cold, and at Nikon is so huge, and you know you don't wanna walk outside in this weather. And as you can see, it's snowing a little bit, so I just took one picture and I hit that nice camera. Like I'm telling you, the best one I ever had, the best photo camera. And now we're just using my Blue Tiger. Just wanted to show you guys what the Cambridge looks today. And in the rent section of this video today, we're gonna talk about the taxes in Canada. You know, and I'm all in for healthy eating, right? So I got these, I never saw them in US, but these are the best protein bars that I found. They're called the Simply Bar, and they come in many different flavors. This one is lemon coconut, this one is cinnamon pecan. Yeah, sorry, I have some oil on my fingers, could not wash it off after dealing with the truck. And these ones are great because they only have a few ingredients, and it's like, you know, that's what it says, easy to digest, more fiber than sugar, no artificial sweeteners, 160 calories, 4 grams of fiber, only 3 grams of sugar, and 16 grams of protein. But these are pricey. Over here they're $2.79 at the Bulk Barn store where I usually buy them. And then I went to this Zayre's Markets, like a big grocery store, popular in Canada. And they have a deal on these. You can buy 2 for $4, which is a good thing. But then, you know, I go to the register, and she gives me my receipt. Where is it? I'm sorry. Like these bags here are difficult to. Yeah, so she gives me a receipt, and she says $4.52, and I say, wait a second, how can it be $4.52, right? I know there's tax, but how can it be 52 cents on $4? And then she says, well, I don't know. And then I start thinking, wait a second, it's 13% in Canada, right? So 13 cents from every dollar, and 13 times 4, because there's $4, that's 52. And that's just, you know, quick rant about how expensive Canada is, the country. You buy 2 bars, $4, and basically 50 cents goes to the government. But on the positive side, and we are in a private non-commercial vehicle, so I'm allowed to carry this. So in Canada, you can only buy liquor in a government-owned store, like, which in Ontario is called LCBO, Liquor Commission Board of Ontario, or Liquor Control Board of Ontario. And they don't say spirits or whatever, it just says LCBO, and everybody has to figure out what they sell. But the only exception is that in major stores they sell wine, and it's only Ontario wine. It's kind of like and I don't think they're private either. It's all government. So that's the only exception that to this government liquor rule. And you can buy Ontario wine, and like this one, it's all Niagara pretty much, because we have the wine big region here, right? Niagara, what is this? Prios, something like, nice looking bottle. But anyway, this one is I tried it. They give you a taste in a little mini glass, and I was curious to see how much tax I paid for this one, because the bottle of wine is it was $13.75. Gee, she told me it was like $1 off. Well, I think it was $14.75. Well, this is an expensive wine. And actually, of course, wine here, you cannot buy a good wine for $5 or $6 like you can in the States. But anyway, $13.75. Bottle deposit 20 cents. HST 0. So there's no sales tax on spirits. And I was joking with the lady that sold me the wine. I said I showed her these protein bars, and I complained about this, you know, sales tax, just basically shooting the breeze. And I said, so there's no tax on the wine? And she says, no. And I said, well, it looks like, you know, the government wants you to buy wine, but they don't want you to buy snacks or food or whatever, you know. So that's an interesting policy. All right, so let's go see. Let's go just on the road. We're gonna see what the roads are like today. Let's shake a little bit. I still haven't used my new the new suction mount. I have it in the truck. Just hide away this wine. I hate winter. By the way, in case someone hasn't been to Ontario, Canada, our license plates here are white background, bright blue letters. That's for cars. Trucks are black on white. And I have a nifty icon on my dashboard which shows me when my wheels are spinning. And of course this is a front wheel drive car. Oh, wine sale. Now we have a new development on the left here. Townhome rentals. What? Huh. I thought they were for sale. No. Special testing boots, because we're still working on the audio. Kind of like testing, and I really hate these roundabouts. This is the most stupid way to arrange traffic, in my opinion. It is slippery. Yeah, it turns out if I lift the heel of my boot, then the sound becomes quieter. So it basically, the boot makes that noise scraping against the mat on the floor. But shifting like that, lifting my heel is really a pain in the butt. So don't mind that sound, since most of you guys cannot hear the audio very well anyway. So I don't know why. Like the cam is just 1 foot, like the mic is 30 centimeters away from my mouth. And in post-production, when I make the video, I increase the volume. So there's nothing else I can do. So you should also check out the video I made earlier about how to increase the volume on your Windows machine. this is not gonna work with a Mac computer, but on a Windows there's a trick. Oh, wow. Alright, so we're in the plaza here, so they have a Shoppers Drug Mart, that's our pharmacy, big pharmacy. They also sell protein bars. Now this is another one of our big, like it's a chain, it's called Metro. It's a grocery store. She has a Tim Hortons inside. It's a good store. I like this little plaza because it has the store, it has the pharmacy, it has the bank, and most importantly it has Starbucks coffee right over there, like straight ahead. But I don't like parking right here because there's lots of traffic. Like most people just come and pick up the coffee and go. I prefer to park away because I'm gonna sit there, play with my computer. So I like parking somewhere here. And it's the same principle I use with my, truck. Just park a little bit farther away from the truck stop. This will guarantee that your truck gets less scratches. So my white wipers have ice on them, so they don't clean properly. Well, this is a quick update from Cambridge. I'm getting a bit anxious to leave already. I've been here almost a week. No, wait, since Tuesday. Alright, so tomorrow's Monday. I'm gonna drive to Woodstock, fix those recalls if they're still active. And then Tuesday we're loading. I am loading in Cayuga, Ontario, which is south of Hamilton near the lake. Stay tuned.